Hello, hello, hello. Mississippi Survivor here. Thank you guys for tuning in, watch me, and hopefully learn something important to you. Take the good with the good and spit the bad out. Thank you guys. Okay, the reason why I'm doing this video is because I looked at the last video about the heater that I made. I was happy with the product of it, but I wasn't happy with how much of the heater you guys could see. And so I took the liberty to go back and try to show you again, this heater again, and actually take it down apart so you can see what I'm talking about. So the tripod wasn't getting me in the best angle for you guys to really see what I was doing. So I just took the liberty to go back and take it down. So, okay, we're going to start with this part right here. And again, this looks like those propane heaters, the way it's designed, and it shields the heat back down on top of you. And this is what we're looking at. This is basically I don't know the name of this. I don't have a clue. I got it out of air conditioning department. I seen it and I liked it and I said I'll get it and let's try it and do something different. It has a SKU for it, which that is a SKU. This comes from Lowe's. I'll turn around so you can see it. Maybe you can look it up by the SKU on the website or something and see if you find it. A 4-inch range something. Look like something that goes on top of a house, but nevertheless, I don't know what the devil it is, but it fits wonderful for my application. And then we had this pipe, which was the big end here. This is also, this is the SKU number for this one. There's a 5-inch to a 4-inch reducer. You get that, no crimp. Go ahead and get that SKU. So you guys can look that up. So you want to make your own, you can make your own. You'll notice here, I bent this because it wasn't fitting all the way in there properly. But once I bent it, it fit in just fine, which it didn't stop any of the heat or anything of that nature. It still works perfect. Now, this is an old condensed milk can I use. Pour everything out, clean it well. This is the problem that I'm telling you guys about right here. So I want you to be aware of that. When you're putting your alcohol in here with this tissue, it will tend to, if you don't catch it, when it burns the alcohol out, it's going to start to burn your paper. And when it burns the paper, it's going to be black, just like this. And it will let off a little smoke. But you don't want your house to smell like smoke because you... Now, my thing with this is, of course, again, I'm going to give a close-up on everything so you guys can actually see. This is 70% isopropyl alcohol I use. It burns a lot less for us. I don't see any smoke with this. But with the 90%, I do. 90% mess off a lot of soot. That's why I was using it with different rocket stoves and things I made. And what it does is it has a lot of soot on the bottom of the pot. So the 90% is better for me. But, I mean, it comes off, man. But you can just do away with the extra work and just the 70% or some denatured alcohol. Okay. But again, I think that I'm going to try it. I might end up doing away with the tissue. And also, like, I filled this up with alcohol, and by me letting it sit, the alcohol has saturated itself into the tissue. So it's gonna burn until it dries the tissue out, and then it's gonna burn the tissue. So I think I'm gonna try this not today, but I'm gonna try it without the tissue, just pure alcohol, because I'm not gonna waste this alcohol I put in. I'm gonna burn it. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. So I just use this. You can just use, you guys see, I just use these two. These are not plastic, just so you know. You're like, oh my God, he used plastic popcorn bowls and they're gonna melt with all that fire. No, I did not. These are glass popcorn bowls, and these things are very heavy. I love them. I've had a lot of bowls, but I like these because they're heavy and they are glass and they are durable, and I don't give them to kids because they will break them. Because the minute they, oh, be careful, bloop, is on the ground, it's broke. So you can use what you want to use. You can use bricks, and I know, again, you probably ask me, why did I then turn it upside down? Because they're glass bowls and they're not made exactly the same, and then it has a lean to it. So I didn't want to take that chance, so I turn it this way and put them together, and it works out just fine. Of course, there's got to be enough room to go in between these. And again, these are the pieces. I think this is a really neat piece. Whatever they made it for really doesn't matter to me. I'm using it for what I want it to do. So this piece is going to go right on top of this. And you already know, guys, this hell trying to, putting something together and holding the phone. I'm trying to put it back exactly where it was before. Oh yeah, see, I put it in the same groove it was before, and it fits fine. But 1 second, I'm just gonna get a little bit more groove on that. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. All right, so this is next, and then plus it has to be tall enough. That's another thing, because you got to remember this can has to go under this thing, and it needs to fit in between there. So here's the heater. I'll be using these diamond strikes. I haven't had these since. They've been pretty good for me. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of matches out there that probably way better, but these have worked for me very good. Also, striking it on the box, it doesn't leave a whole lot of wear, so I still have a lot of striker left to strike. For those who don't know, you can strike this on the concrete as well, or a pair of rough jeans. I've done both of those, and they do work. Has one on both sides. And this huge box of 300 matches costs $1 at the dollar store. Get them while supplies last. Because is it me, or does everybody else notice that Dollar General is looking scary now? I don't know. In your area, you might be in an area where Dollar General looks wonderful on the inside. But my Dollar General here, and we got about 7 or 8 of them, they look terrible. I mean, it's so much stuff missing. It's hardly anything in the dish section and stuff like that. It's crazy. I don't understand it. It's just a lot of stuff missing. So I have a problem with that because the next town over, which is 10 minutes away, has a Dollar General warehouse. So where are they sending this stuff to? Instead of sending it here, right to the next town and filling the shelves here. Okay, either we got a short, which they say we have a short, and I believe we have a short. But what I think is happening is I think Dollar General is sending their merchandise to the most productive stores instead of sending it to whoever down the line. They send it to the most productive stores and then out from there. So evidently we don't have the most productive stores. So I don't see how we got 100 of these things. I don't know how we would not have the productive store. But we don't because we're not in a bigger city. But anyway, back to this. Don't do what I did. Every time I open this box, I open it upside down. And when I open it upside down, everything falls on the ground. So we're going to go here. Here's our can. We're going to strike it here on the side. One time. There it is. That's all it is to it. Lift right up. Place your can under there. You can see. I want to get better close up so you guys can actually see. So I think this video is going to be better for us actually looking at the actual unit that I built. here. And again, I will be adding fans to this thing, and they're going to be on top because the heat rises, so heat comes out of this thing all the way around. The heat comes out, but it's going to come out the lowest point first. And right here, this is the lowest point. So this is going to be the hottest point. Then it'll come out the other side. The lowest point is where the heat's going to come out first because it's going to rise to the top, then come out. By this being the lowest point, it's going to come out here first. So a fan is going to be perfect on top right here. Get a couple of screws and elevate the fan off of the metal so it doesn't touch it because it's plastic and it could melt it. And let that fan sit right here on this side and put one on the other side as well so you can heat in two different directions. And I tried it with a fan so it works efficiently and the air is actually nice and warm the way it should be. So it's cool. And I think it's going to work out fine. I already tried it. I closed this room off. See, this room it's a decent sized room. As you can see, this room probably like I say 10 by 10 or 10 by 12 room. But I close the door and it heats this room up. This whole entire room. And I have to open the door because it'd be hot. So this is the unit. Again, isopropyl alcohol, diamond strike matches, old condensed milk can, two different pieces here from Lowe's, which I got out of the air conditioning area. But I don't think this has nothing to do with air conditioning. From reading what I did read, it looks like something that goes on top of the roof to let stink out. But I could be wrong. Whoever knows what it is, yeah, leave it in the comment and let me know what it is. But nevertheless, it makes no difference because I'm still going to use it. I'm going to use it anyway. So now we got this on, and it's flaming pretty good. It's letting out some pretty good heat. I know after like 2 minutes or so or less, it's see like right now. I mean, it ain't been lit that long. It's extremely hot on the top. That's why I said I'm gonna take this same setup and I'm gonna make shorter cans, get some shorter cans, shorter than the ones under here, and I'm gonna put those together and I'm gonna make that off grid stove. I make the off grid stove and I'm gonna really see some cooking and boiling the water. Then I think it'll do a better job than the candles. The candles do good, but you have to have several candles in order to get this thing heated up the way it needs to be heated up. So I'm gonna get ready to conclude this, guys. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to give you guys an update on this, so you guys can kind of, if you want to try to go get it and make it for yourself, do whatever tweaks you have. Sit down and think about it. The same thing I did. I sat down, I thought about it. I seen different things. I said, hey, I'm gonna do what I want to do, and I came up with my own thing. So this is it. Also, while I'm thinking about this, I have to give a shout out to Mississippi Girl Life. She is awesome when it comes to the gardening and buckets and gardening indoors, and she's really on the thing. She's on it, and she's awesome. So you could just go over and check her out at her channel. She's an awesome person, and she does a really good job when it comes to gardening. Anybody that interested in doing that indoors, which everybody should be interested in doing that personally, I think. So I'm gonna conclude this. I love you guys. You guys stay safe. Oh yeah, Merry Christmas. Can't forget to tell you that, guys. Merry Christmas. The date is Christmas, December 25th. I hope you guys had a wonderful, awesome Christmas. Safe. Everybody's enjoying their family, eating their turkey and all that. But of course, I'm gonna tell you, don't throw anything away. Cut it up, make a salad. Cut it up, make a sandwich. Don't throw anything away. Or give it to some other family members that may want it. Just don't throw it away. And that's my thing to you guys. So I love you guys. Thank you to all my subscribers. I have to say Merry Christmas to you guys as well. I thank you and I appreciate you guys. I'll see you in the next video.